In today's video, we are going to be going over how you can implement division into division problems. We're going to be going over pulling out information, like deciding what information is important or not, and actually solving them. That's enough talking, let's dive right into today's video. Okay, our first word problem for today is Sophia has a deadline of 5 days to complete a project. She estimates that she would require a total of 30 hours to complete the project. How many hours will she have to work in a day to complete the project on time? So, the first thing we're going to do, the first step to solving any division problem for word problems is pulling out or asking yourselves, what is the question that is being asked? So here it clearly states the question. So how many hours will she have to work in a day to complete the project on time? That is our question. It's going to be in black, the project on time. The next step is pulling out important information that we will use to answer this question. So Sophia has a project, has a deadline of 5 days. 5 days. Is that important? Yes, it tells us the time. Time is very important in word problems. She estimates that she would require a total of 30 hours to complete the project. 30 hours is important. 30 hours. A little hack for division problems. Whenever you're doing a division problem, look out for the word total. Total means the number that is after it is what you're dividing by. So, in this case, because 30 is the total always goes on the inside, making the 5 the only other number we have on the outside. And that's how you simply get your formatting for what you're going to do. So 5 times 6 we know is 30. 30 minus 50 is 0. 0 means we're done. Okay? So now, most questions will ask for an answer sentence. If you're wondering how to do that, here's just a place. So you're gonna base it off the question. So the question is, how many hours will she have to work in a day to complete the project on time? So we could start with something like, she will have to complete, no, she will have to work 6, which is what we got, hours every day to complete the project on time. And that is your answer sentence. It's just basing it off your question and what you got as the answer. So our answer is she will have to work 6 hours every day to complete the project on time. Our next division problem goes like this. Anna calculated that there were 80 days of summer holidays. She wanted to spend 40 of those days visiting her 8 cousins. If she spent the same number of days visiting each cousin, how many days was each visit? So here we're just asking ourselves, like the first one, what is the question here? So clearly it's stated in the paragraph. So How many days were each visit? Okay, now we're going to pull out important information, info. So most people, when they're pulling out info, like unlike our other one, there was all the numbers in there were important. But for this one, we have numbers that are not important. And that's why whenever you're pulling out information, you don't highlight all the numbers. You have to take the time and read it. How does the information connect to the question? So, there were 80 days of summer holiday. Technically, you might think it's important, but if you look at here, she wants to spend 40 of those days visiting her 8 cousins. How many days were each visit? That's what's important. So we can just cross that out. The 80 days of summer are not important, okay? So now we have she wanted to spend 40 of those days with her 8 cousins. And we're just gonna highlight this part if she spent the same number of days visiting each cousin. So another word to look out for is each. Each is division. Whenever you hear the word each, you automatically think of division. So how are we gonna solve this? How many days was each visit? Well, there are 40 days and there are 8 cousins. Let's find out how many days were each visit. So 8 goes into 45 times, making the answer 5. So like before, we're gonna make an answer sentence. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna use our question again, which is how many days was each visit. So this one is very simple. Each visit was five days long. And if they're just asking you for the plain answer, you don't have to put the whole sentence, but if they're asking for answer sentence, this is what it would be. Each visit was 5 days long, and that's simply the answer to this whole problem.